The Wicklow unions met on Saturday, January the 26th, 2019, and the information was shared. Not even a minimum wage increase adjusted to the cost of living. The Minister of VSR provided the workers of St. Martin neither in 2018 and 2019. And if I can safely say, the last minimum wage adjustment was in 2016. So where the minimum wage ordinance stipulates that the minimum wages have to be indexed by the 1st of January with the cost of living increase of the consumer price index difference from August the year before and August 2 years before, one more year is passing with the minimum wage earners where they have to survive with 0% adjustment to the cost of living that had deteriorated their purchasing power, with the increase after Irma being the highest recorded since 2006. To address the refusal to index the minimum wage last week Saturday, the coordinators of the St. Martin Anti-Poverty Platform, Consumers Coalition, held a meeting with the affiliated unions of the Windward Islands Chamber of Labor Unions. After reviewing with them the developments concerning the non-indexation of the minimum wage and the Daily Herald article and statements of the Cabinet of Minister of VSR, the protest of the platform and the public appeal for a task force to determine the social responsible and legal possible minimum wage, the reaction of Minister Lee in the meeting with the platform coordinators on Wednesday, January the 23rd. The union representatives concluded the following. 0% COLA is unacceptable and a social injustice, just as for seniors, widows, orphans, and disabled, as socially responsible and legally justified new minimum wage has to be established, which should be a living wage. The union representatives were not amused at all with the fact that the Minister of VSR only has consulted with employers' representatives and not also with the unions. It was decided that the Wicklow will ask for or request a tripartite meeting between representatives of private sector employees, government representatives, and representatives of the labor unions to table the issue on the agenda's indexation of the minimum wage in the next meeting of the tripartite consultation. Just as in the past, in the time of the island territory of St. Martin, the unions will provide a written analysis and proposal for a socially accepted minimum wage to the tripartite meeting to reach a consensus. All technicalities to implement a retroactive implementation of the minimum wage as per the 1st of January have to be properly addressed. As the anti-poverty platform, we will support the Wicklow unions in their request to negotiate a socially acceptable minimum wage for workers in St. Martin, which will make it possible for them to have an equitable level of income in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, not to be in poverty. Poverty is the issue that is plaguing our society right now. Topic number 2. A COLA of 2.71. Let me go back. A COLA of 2.71% for social premiums and 5.63% for St. Martin Medical Center over 2018. Now, just to interject, we have been saying St. Martin Medical Center is not a worker, so COLA should be reserved for the workers. As a follow-up to the meeting that we had with the Ombudsman on Wednesday, January the 16th, we had a correspondence also with the Ombudsman. The last email we got from the Secretary General of the Ombudsman was that they will not do a systematic investigation to determine why the consumer's price indexes and the cost of living adjustment of the social pensions was not executed according to the legislations. Reason for not starting an investigation for the Ombudsman were the publications in the press that the Minister of VSR had formed a task force to come up with a socially acceptable and legally possible figure to adjust the social premium pensions. Yesterday afternoon, the St. Martin Seniors and Pensioners Association got an email from the chef of the cabinet of Minister Lee referring to the newspaper article in the Daily Herald online that with retroactive force till January the 1st, the social pensions will be indexed with 2.71%. This means that for every 100 guilders, a social pension will be increased with 2 guilders and 71 cents a month. An increase of 29 guilders and 43 cents every month, which is 98 cents per day. Since the average old age pension in St. Martin is about $300 a month, the 2.7% increase will be $8.13 or 27 US cents per day. A little more than a quart every day. Is this a sociable, responsible old age pension? This is still a poverty pension as a broad conclusion. This is still not enough for a pensioner to survive. So observation number 1. If it was not for the public protest of the anti-poverty platform on behalf of the most vulnerable group in our society, the 0% indexation per January the 1st would not have been revisited.